Bold and Beautiful spoilers video teases if Eric will retire. The Bold and the Beautiful preview video teases what's next for Eric Forrester, John McCook, at Forrester Creations. Ridge, who's currently leading the company, grows increasingly concerned about his father's declining health. He urges Eric to consider retirement, but Eric remains determined to stay involved in the family business. Here are details on the latest Eric storyline. The Bold and the Beautiful weekly preview video shows what's next. The Bold and the Beautiful weekly preview video highlights how the Forrester family members have become increasingly concerned about their patriarch Eric's deteriorating health. Ridge confronts Eric over his health, trying to convince him to consider retirement. "Go off into the sunset, do something, that's what I would do if I were in your shoes," Ridge says. However, Eric's plans suggest that he doesn't want to depart from the family business as he angrily responds to his son. Eric said, "You're not in my shoes, Ridge." It remains unclear whether Eric will heed his son's advice or continue to delay retirement for much longer. Earlier in July 2025, McCook shared a photo and a heartfelt note about leaving his current dressing room on Instagram. This naturally sparked speculation among fans about what might be ahead for him on The Bold and the Beautiful. It is worth noting that he isn't leaving B&B as of yet. He wrote, "50 years ago I was Lance Prentice on The Young and the Restless, then in 1987 I became Eric Forrester on The Bold and the Beautiful. Today I've spent 50+ years at CBS Television City. My dressing room now is empty and our show will be moving over to the Sunset Las Palmas studios where it will rebuild, refresh and enlarge our sets, bringing back the old glitz and glamour of our show. Stay tuned for what's ahead and spread the good news. Soap opera is here to stay." The post-Bold and Beautiful spoilers video teases if Eric will retire appeared first on Cummingson.net, movie trailers, TV and streaming news, and more. The latest spoiler videos paint a tense picture. Eric, once the heart and soul of Forrester Creations, appears increasingly under pressure. Celeb Dirty Laundry +2 Entertainment Now +2. His health is subtly described as worse than he's letting on, hand tremors, shaky hands, and vague complaints that go beyond a simple diagnosis. GeoFirstViewMedia.com +1. Meanwhile, his son Ridge Forrester is pressing hard, "Go off into the sunset. Do something. That's what I would do if I were in your shoes." Entertainment Now +1. But Eric doesn't accept it. He fires back defiantly, "You're not in my shoes, Ridge," making it clear he's not ready to hand over the reins yet. India Times +1. The message from the promos seems clear. The stage is set for a fierce power struggle between father and son, underpinned by health concerns, family loyalty, and legacy. Soap Hub +2 Parade +2. Brain what the spoilers suggest, possible paths. Based on recent teasers, spoilers, and the history of this show's dramatic swings, here are a few plausible directions the writers might take, depending on how they choose to steer Eric's future. Eric retires, peacefully for now. Perhaps the hand tremors and medical scare will be a wake-up call. Eric might eventually concede, step back from leadership, and go off into the sunset. He could shift to an advisory or emeritus role, no longer designing but still influencing the brand, mentoring younger designers, protecting his legacy. This soft exit would mirror classic soap opera transitions, letting the original patriarch bow out gracefully while retaining presence for occasional story arcs. 2. Eric refuses to quit, sparks a full-blown fashion war. As the promos suggest, Eric seems fired up. He might refuse Ridge's push, declaring the company and its soul are still his. Soap Hub +1. This could lead to a house-divided scenario, Ridge versus Eric, tradition versus reinvention, old guard versus new blood. A power struggle that destabilizes Forrester Creations, design contests, boardroom battles, betrayal. Given soap drama logic, this path promises big emotional payoffs, shocking reveals, and possibly public drama, fashion shows, company votes, legal fights, etc. 3. Health crisis plus fake retirement, comeback twist. Spoilers mention Eric's condition is worse than he's letting on, and that hand tremors don't quite match arthritis, hinting at something more sinister. Some fans speculate a neurological disease. GeoFirstViewMedia.com+1. So the writers might use a dramatic retirement and recovery arc. Eric steps down due to illness or doubt, only to recover and return with renewed purpose. So this kind of soap-style, back from the brink, storyline gives emotional resonance, fear, hope, redemption, and keeps Eric involved without prematurely writing him off. 4. Retirement, but not without consequences, family fallout, legacy drama. Even if Eric retires, what happens to his shares? Who gets control of his stake in Forrester Creations? Ridge? Steffi Forrester? Thomas Forrester? Another heir? This could open a messy power and inheritance dispute. Relationships, father, son, siblings, alliances, could fray, family loyalty tested, alliances shifting, new betrayals emerging. It could also signal a generational shift, younger designers rising, old rivalries reignited, and a redefined Forrester identity. Performing arts, what if they've already foreshadowed the end? Some past spoilers and story arcs hint at more dramatic possibilities. There have been times when writers have set up what seemed like an endgame for Eric: severe illness, experimental treatments, hospital beds, even suggestions that the character might die. Soap Hub +2 SeasonSpoilers.com+2. On the other hand, after such near-death experiences, Eric has come back. In a prior storyline, a major health crisis was resolved, and Eric recovered. SeasonSpoilers.com+2 Celeb Dirty Laundry +2. So this pattern gives fans hope. Maybe the writers will follow the miracle cure/comeback trope again. But with the current escalation, health concerns plus family pressure plus legacy stakes, it feels like the writers are building toward a defining moment for Eric, one that could reshape the show's power dynamics. Glowing star: my take, what I hope happens, and what makes dramatic sense. If I were writing the arc, here's how I'd play it to maximize drama and honor Eric's legacy. Let Eric step back from day-to-day control, perhaps announce a semi-retirement. But have him remain a powerful, respected elder statesman, a guiding force behind design philosophy, a moral compass for the family. The question, will Eric retire, is more than a simple yes/no, for the writers, for the characters, and for fans. It's a turning point. If Eric retires gracefully, it could mark a peaceful era, the old guard giving way to the new. But if he stays and fights, it could launch one of the most intense power and legacy battles the show has seen. Either way, based on what the spoilers and promo videos are teasing, it's going to be dramatic. For longtime fans, this is a moment of reckoning, nostalgia, and potentially seismic change. For the show's future, it's an opportunity to refresh, reinvent, and redefine what Forrester Creations means, while still honoring its roots in tradition, family, and drama.